already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. All right, y'all. We got a couple of quick news updates for y'all. Did y'all know that Brooke Bailey was no longer going to be on the Basketball Wives at all? At least for the foreseeable future. And we're going to talk about why in just 1 second. So I want to get into how we actually got this tea. But before we go there, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, that notification bell button, join the texting community. Also, be sure to check out the Bali group trip video. For those of you guys that like to, just see some different places and different things from different perspectives, definitely check out the video. I just put it out on the channel earlier this morning. All right, so let's get into the tea of it all with Brooke and Basketball Wives. Was she fired or did she quit? We'll get to the tea in 1 second. First things first, we're going to take things over to our friends over at Reality Chat, who happened to catch this tea with Evelyn, who's been quite busy these days with her IG lives, letting us know first that she is no longer friends with fellow Basketball Wives star and former BFF, Jennifer Williams. But now she won't even have her new BFF when the new season premieres in 2025. Let's get into what she had to say here.
Are you going to miss filming with Brooke on the show? Yes, absolutely. I love Brooke. We still talk. I actually talked to her today. We talk often. We have a friendship outside of the show, so it's not a forced friendship. And we were friends prior to her coming to the show. We actually met on the Nicki Minaj set when we both did the Nicki Minaj video. It was me, her, even my daughter Shanice did it, so that was cool. But yeah, I love Brooke. Are you gonna?
So we do get some intel there from Evelyn herself. But what does Brooke have to say? Because, for me, I was left wondering, well, was she fired? Did she quit? What exactly was the scenario? What happened? What's going on? What's she doing? And, whose idea was this? But it sounds like it was actually Brooke's. So let's take a look at what she had to say in response to all the hoopla about this. All right. So she says this. She says, Merry Christmas. Film Basketball Wives is lesser than, you see the less than sign, fly on private jets all over Africa and get treated like a princess. Simple math. No cast member has the power to fire me. Stop the cap. Okay. Now, I don't know who she was referring to when she says no cast member. I don't know if she was talking about Shawnee. I don't know if she was talking about anybody else. I mean, I guess that's the only person that I could think that she would be love to talk about, but I would thought she was on good terms with Shawnee. So I don't get where that's coming from. But maybe there have been some speculation about that. Regardless, as proof of her flying all about Africa and all over the world, okay? Here's the proof. Here she is boarding the private jet with some young gentleman. So my thought is, I guess if I had the opportunity to fly all over Africa, then yeah, I would be doing the same. Okay. What is it about a reality TV star and African? Y'all ever notice that? It'd be like, I just be like, how does this work out? But I ain't gonna lie. If I had my way, I would be living in Africa too. So, there's that. Case in point, we got 2 trips coming up. One coming up, Cape Town in April, for those of you guys who want to tap in, learn about that real estate. And 2, to Zanzibar in September. For those of you guys who have never experienced Tanzania or Zanzibar, make sure you tap into the links in the description down below to get the full itineraries for both 7-day adventures. Okay? So maybe we'll see Brooke Bailey while we are gallivanting around Africa ourselves. All right? Chances are we might. We just might. Okay? Let's get into our next story. Our next story is a story that is tried and true. It is Quad. But this time she's calling out Married to Medicine producers, not necessarily Dr. Simone. Not that she's forgiven Dr. Simone, not that Dr. Simone has actually yet apologized for bringing up a tragedy that occurred with Quad and her family, right? To emphasize a point that she is there for Quad when Quad needs her. You know what I'm saying? So it was more important to emphasize that point on national television than it was to respect the wishes of Quad, who was pleading with her at the time. Simone, don't. Simone, don't. Simone, don't. Well, apparently, Quad went to production, to the control room, right after that scene, that moment at the reunion, and asked them to leave that out of the show. Really, for the protection of her family. But let's hear it in her own words, because she tells Dr. Heavenly in what appears to be a live. Now, I don't know where this live exists, but I did see it on the Jasmine brand. It's one like that. And this is what she had to say.
In reference to New York, and I'm just going to say what she said in New York, and we all know what that is. I went directly to the control room immediately.
And also shout out Live Bites for capturing this moment. So she says she went to the control room immediately.
And I pleaded with production, and I've asked them to remove that. So thinking and having confidence in production that they would remove that because it was such a sensitive and delicate topic and way too soon. And even now, my family and I, we still struggle with that. I trusted that they would remove that.
Now, my question is, did they confirm that they would remove it? Or did she just ask and somebody said, oh, we hear you, but that don't mean we're going to do it? I mean, is that what happened? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, like, where was the disconnect? Because ultimately, cast members have not really much say in what gets aired. So typically when you sign a contract for a reality TV show, not all, but some, but most, I would say, usually it pretty much kind of stays. We can do whatever we want with this footage, essentially. So, unless they're willing to acquiesce, and I don't know if they did, it sounds like she was certain that they would, but we don't know for certain if they said that they would.
So I felt like, okay, let's just move forward. I can deal with the personal pain, but it's not magnified because my family won't see it. And unfortunately, that wasn't true because we all saw it roll out on the reunion last year and or last season. And so that's the challenge. So it's not necessarily about what someone is saying on social. It's about the effect that it took on my family and how my family responded to me, because they're thinking, well, you're part of this life. This is your television life. We're not a part of that. And I had
True.
to try my very best to explain that. And it was distasteful. When Simone.
So here's the thing with this situation. If they had cut this out of the reunion, as she is requesting, would we understand why? Would Quad still have beef with Simone about it? So much that she is demanding an apology, right? Because if it wouldn't have been shown, then there wouldn't have been the family fallout. So would she still be demanding an apology for that, or would she just be demanding the apology for being kicked out, flued out, kicked to the curb, tossed on her butt, leaving skid marks, pushed out, iced out, told to leave, get OUT? Would it just be that is what she's requesting an apology for? And the better question also is too, why is it that it should just be Simone that apologizes for that? I know that they said that Dr. Jackie gave her a blank check apology. I'm not really sure what that is. Like, anything I've done to you, just write it down and I'm sorry. Okay. I guess that's better than nothing. But did Toya apologize? We know that Dr. Heavenly has. Is she expecting an apology from Toya as much as she is from Simone? Did Toya apologize for that? I mean, it was Toya's trip, but Simone was the one doing the get out, you know? So I'm just curious on how would things have played out differently if they wouldn't have aired that moment? Would we have ever found out about it? You know, I'm pretty sure Dr. Heavenly would have told us. Maybe not. Considering the severity of it, I think everybody would have probably left it alone. And that was a moment that I wish would have been left alone regardless. Because I didn't think it was I think that you can emphasize a point that I've been there for you and when you needed me without having to directly, blatantly make that reference. And so I do agree with Quad that an apology is owed about that. And we're going to be 6 episodes into the season, and I don't know why we haven't gotten that apology yet. So like Quad, I'm still waiting to see that apology, a sniff it out. I can't smell it, don't see it, can't taste it, can't touch it. Like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it, Dr. Simone? Where is it? And then what do you think about Quad calling out production? Do you think that they should have cut it out? I probably would have. I probably would have aired that out. I probably would have left it out of the edit. Mostly because of the sensitivity of the situation. Unless they just needed to show how far someone was willing to go to make that point. But for it to be 6 episodes, it'll be 6 episodes by the next time we see it, and we still ain't got an apology. Yeah, she's definitely owed one. That's just my thoughts. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section down below. With that being said, that's all the news that we got for you guys today. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell button. Shout out to the Jasmine Brand, Reality Chat, Live Bites. Shout out to my boy House of Aaron. I see you doing the work. And with that being said, of course, we will catch you all in the next video. Now that you've watched today's video, let's get into this group trip to Cape Town, South Africa. Yes, y'all, Skye Squad, we are hitting South Africa and we are hitting it hard. April 10th through the 17th of 2025. You can click the link in the description of this video to get more information and to reserve your spot. Now, we're going to keep this intimate because we have a lot to do. We are going to be looking at real estate. We're going to be learning about retirement and permanent visas, dual citizenship, buying and purchasing land. We are going to be looking at it all because we want options in South Africa, baby. And listen, Cape Town is one of my favorite cities. So of course, we're going to be doing some of my favorite things. We are going to be hitting the wineries. We are going on a safari. We're going to Table Mountain. We're going to some of my favorite restaurants. Let me tell you, one of them is Gold Star, baby. If you know, you know. We're going to be meeting with some expats who have relocated from the United States to Cape Town as well. This is going to be a luxury experience, okay? So we're talking doing the absolute most. So if you've ever wanted to go to Cape Town, South Africa, but maybe you didn't have the group to go with, maybe you just didn't have the right people that wanted to go and experience it with you, this is an opportunity for you to come with us. Now, I only have about 10 to 12 spots available. Yes, because again, I'm trying to keep this thing intimate, and I know that what type of experience I want it to be. So get in while you can, y'all. Trust me, in 2025, we are going to be needing all the options that we can get. And I am going to do my utmost to bring us the most that we can possibly get in and out of the country. So come with me to South Africa. The group trip is going to be lit April 10th through the 17th. Go ahead and click the link in this description of this video so that you can reserve your spot today. Cape Town, South Africa awaits.